Hello there, my friends. I hope you're all doing well. Thank you so much for joining me for this episode of the Outdoor Gear Review, as today we take a look at the Nemo Zor sleeping pad. This is the short size version. It is also very, very lightweight. This comes in at only 10 ounces, including the stuff sack. So very, very lightweight indeed. Also, it's fairly inexpensive. If you look around the internet, you can find these for about 60 bucks brand new. So my friends, go ahead and get comfortable. Let's take a look at it now. The first thing that we should do with this pad is go ahead and inflate it. Let's take a look at it. As mentioned, this is the short version, and I'll give you the stats on that in just a minute. With a self-inflating mat, all you have to do is open it up, and it automatically starts filling with air. I will go ahead, throw this on the ground, let it do its thing, and it'll come back once it's inflated. Right now, the valve is open, and it is inflating. As you can see there, this is the yellow color, which signifies that this is part of Nemo's Elite brand. The yellow Elite color signifies that this is the lightest weight items that Nemo offers. This pad offers 1 inch of thickness, and it is an open cell foam. That's why it is self-inflating. The fabric is a 20 denier Ultralight Airlock Elite fabric. As you can see here, the pad has inflated. It took some time. Anytime that you leave a sleeping pad compressed for a long period of time, it takes a while for that foam to expand with the self-inflating pad. Here is the nozzle that you will blow into or use a pump, whatever you want. And basically, it pushes down and screws to lock it, and then you undo it and it pulls up to let the air out or to blow it up. On the back side of this, you can see that there are some silicone strips, and that's to prevent your pad from sliding around in your tent. Very, very smart, Nemo. All sleeping pads should have that on there. And if your sleeping pad doesn't have that on there, you can actually do that yourself, nice and easy. Now with this pad here, as mentioned, this is the short size. So basically what you're looking at dimension-wise is 20 inches by 48 inches long. Since this pad is so lightweight, I figured that I'd pick one of these up and we can make this part of our ultralight summer backpacking kit. Now my plan is really to use the Thermarest X-Therm sleeping pad most of the time. But on those hotter nights, this will come in very, very handy because it doesn't have such a high R value. Now speaking of R value, there is no rating for this pad out there. Nothing documented anyway. According to Nemo, this pad is good down to about 15 degrees. So whatever that is worth, usually Nemo's right on the money, so you can figure 15 to 25 degrees for this pad would be just fine. But with it being a shorty, you may not want to take this down to such cold temperatures. If you were going to go that cold, you would probably want a full size one. We'll go ahead and lay down on this now. So you guys can see what this looks like here. I'm 5'4", so from the top of my noggin, and this goes down basically right to my knees. I do have to say that it is pretty dang comfortable for being an open cell foam pad. When you're laying nice and flat, it's perfect. Even when I'm on my side, my hip bones aren't cramming into the dirt. Yet. We'll get to that in just a moment. Now when I was laying on this pad, I mentioned that my hip bones were not cramming into the dirt, into the ground, yet. And there's a reason why I said that. If you do a search on the internet for reviews for the Zor sleeping pad, you are going to find a hodgepodge of good and absolutely terrible reviews. In general, I have to say that I like Nemo brand quite a bit. I'm a fan of many of their items. Now this will be my first Nemo sleeping pad that I've actually tried out, and I'm excited to do so. The reviews that I have found, like I said, were a mix of fantastic and a mix of just absolutely awful. Some individuals said that this thing will go flat, that it's a hunk of junk, that the quality of the materials is absolutely garbage, while other people who say that they have hiked the entire AT while on one of these pads, it's the best thing ever, so great that they're going to buy more. Now, with most items out there, there's going to be good and bad reviews. But I have to say that the majority that I have seen for this pad aren't so hot. Of course, we have to test it out and come up with our own conclusion. And that's exactly what we're going to do. As it starts warming up, as it gets a little bit hotter, we will be using this bad boy for our overnight trips, especially those where we want to go lightweight, we want to go fast. This will be the sleeping pad. This will be the ticket. This sleeping pad does come with a repair kit. It also comes with a stuff sack, as you can see here. It comes with a large piece of Velcro so that you can wrap up the sleeping pad and compress it. Now with this pad, to make it as ultra lightweight as possible, Nemo has done a process which they call 2-axis coring. And basically what that means is that they've drilled out holes, as you can see, all the way around this thing. That's to make it lighter. But they've done it vertically and horizontally, where most companies just do vertically. And according to Nemo, they've been able to do this without reducing the warmth factor of the pad. We shall see. Now, if you're interested in picking up one of these sleeping pads, make sure to pay attention to the dimensions. There are 3 sizes. There is the short, which is 20 by 48. There is a regular, which is 20 by 72. And there is an extra large, which is 25 by 76. So my friends, for our look at the Nemo Zor sleeping pad, that's pretty much it. If you guys have any questions for me, please feel free, drop me a line, let me know. I'm happy to address them for you. Make sure to check out our Facebook page. Make sure to check out our website. You'll find links in the description box below. Of course, make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll definitely see you guys around. Strength and honor, my friends. Be well.